Alert meteorologist Rochelle J. Rochelle, it's good to have you back this morning. We missed you yesterday. Marty's great, but of course, you know, you're our girl and our expert. And I have to say, I'm not sure if you know the hymn, Victory is mine, victory today is mine. That's exactly how I'm feeling, and I know a lot of Raven fans are feeling too.
Yep, it is a great morning. We have turned our cameras around thanks to our folks in the control room this morning. It is definitely a purple Sunday morning. We've also got over on Max 2, we've got that live look at M&T Bank Stadium this morning. We'll get to that 7-day forecast coming up in just a few seconds. Again, let's get things over to Max 2 if we could, please, so we can get a look at those weather headlines. I'll go ahead and get things started here to start off your Sunday morning. We've got a pretty quiet morning on the way. It's cloudy and it's dreary. Spotty showers are on the way, along with some seasonable temperatures this Sunday morning, final Sunday of 2025. Again, if we can get things over to Max 2 so we can get a look at those weather headlines. We've got a pair of alert days that are on the way for tomorrow. Sunrise for today, however, is at 7:25. If you've got some sunrise pictures, you can send those over to pictures@WJZ.com. The satellite and radar right now, however, is showing a few clouds overhead. Overall, though, things are on the dry side, and we do have a few spotty showers that are on the way for today. Don't cancel your plans by any means, just a few spot showers, and not even everyone is going to see that for today. So here's a look at temperatures out the door right now. 30 in Aberdeen, Cecilton, as well as in Ridgely. It's 30 degrees also in Mount Airy, 34 in Annapolis, and at the Inner Harbor out the door this morning in Bel Air. If you're heading to church, heading out grocery shopping, maybe you run out of leftovers, 29 degrees there in town, as well as Elkton. Looking at that planning forecast through this final Sunday of the year, overall cloud cover will dominate. Sunshine will be in short supply. We could squeeze out a few rays for today, but overall we're looking to be on the gray side for today. So spotty showers, temperatures getting into the 40s, pretty close to what you'd expect for this time of year. Those winds aren't too bad, but they will start to pick up as we go through tonight. It's cloudy still for tonight. We're going to have winds coming out of the south. See that number just a little bit higher. So winds are going to increase tonight along with temperatures. But then those temperatures are going to tumble through the day tomorrow. That's part of the reason why we've issued an alert day for your Monday. We'll take a closer look at just how much those temperatures will fall tomorrow and how strong winds will be to start the work week coming up in the full forecast, Janae, in just a few minutes.
And some scattered showers. Thank goodness today is not looking crazy like it was the past couple days, even yesterday. But thank goodness things are looking better.
It's looking okay. Just like you said, a couple of showers. We can manage that. Not everyone's going to see it. And what I'm seeing as far as rain goes, it's going to be very spotty and generally on the light side. But those windshield wipers, if they're on auto, I think you should be okay if you're hitting the roads for today. Here's a look at that satellite and radar right now. You can see the cloud cover, a little bit of maybe some freezing rain in western Maryland. I think by the time it heads farther east, though, we're just talking about liquid rain for today. And again, that's if you see any showers. Currently, we're sitting in the 30s for many spots, some upper 20s across the board as well. But that cloud cover staying overhead. So running forecasts for today, or maybe you're just taking a walk, not too bad of a day for that. Temperatures will eventually get into the 40s by this afternoon. Now, as we look into the day tomorrow, we're going to have high temperatures in the 50s, but that's going to be early in the day. We're going to have a cold front that moves through on Monday, so our temperatures will actually fall through the day tomorrow, and we'll also have increasing winds starting tonight. We could see some wind gusts in and around the Baltimore area, close to 40 miles an hour, if not higher. Heading toward western Maryland, they've got the potential for some 60-mile-an-hour gusts. We'll take a look at that hour-by-hour wind forecast, Janae, coming up in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back, everyone. It is 7:15 on this final Sunday morning of 2025. Taking a live look from our harbor cam. You can see the Domino sugar signs lit up out there. Camera's not shaking all that much, but as we look toward the next couple of days, that is going to change. Our cameras are going to be shaking in some stronger winds that we'll have to start the week. Now, we have a few showers out there for today. Strong winds to start off the week, and dropping temperatures tomorrow. Actually, Monday and Tuesday have been issued as first alert weather days here in Maryland. Tumbling temperatures on Monday we've got strong wind gusts for the Baltimore area that could get close to 40 miles an hour, maybe even higher than that. As we look toward western Maryland, they've got the potential for wind gusts up in over 60 miles an hour. High winds alerts are in place for parts of Garrett and Allegheny counties. Right now, our wind speeds are very light, up to about 5 miles an hour. They will pick up just a bit through the day today, but definitely tonight, you may hear some of those winds a little bit stronger heading into your Monday. Temperatures right now are sitting in the upper 20s to mid 30s, 34 in Odenton, 32 in Easton, 33 in Boonesboro, as well as around BWI and Essex, 34 right now in Westminster. Big picture here, pretty quiet across the state of Maryland. A few spotty rain showers, freezing rain showers in western Maryland at this hour. But other than that, not too much going on. And again, spotty showers are possible through the day today. So as far as feels like temperatures by this afternoon, getting into the upper 30s to low 40s. So chilly day, but it's the end of December in Maryland, so that's to be expected. Here's a look at your neighborhood forecast for Hartford and Cecil counties today. Mid to upper 30s, 39 in Edgewood, 36 in Fair Hill, 39 in Earlville, 37 for today in Berkeley, Bel Air, and Churchville. Havre de Grace maxing out around 38 degrees this afternoon. We'll have that cloud cover that sticks around through the day today. Few showers, yes, but many of us may get out of the day completely dry. We'll take a closer look at that wind forecast for the next couple of days coming up in just a few minutes. Back, everyone. Let's get a check on that 7-day forecast. Not too bad for today. A couple of spotty showers, otherwise cloudy. Temperatures getting into the 40s. By the time we get to tomorrow, it is the first of a couple of alert days. We're in alert mode Monday and Tuesday because of strong winds, and then also on Monday you'll notice that arrow next to the 58. That's indicating that temperatures will actually be falling versus rising through the day tomorrow. You'll notice those wind gusts getting close to 40 miles an hour. There will be a few spots where we have those wind gusts over 40 miles an hour on Monday, and we've got that potential again on Tuesday. Tuesday temperatures will go the way you expect them to go, rising through the morning into the early afternoon before falling, but they'll only be rising into the mid-30s.
Well, it's so good to have you back with us this morning. This is a victorious Sunday, okay? I don't know all the pastors, if they're watching this morning. That needs to be today's topic of the message. If the people planning to go out to church, that we are victorious, okay?
We have the victory.
You know what? I'm going to let you take it away because we're going to run out. We're going to have service this morning.
To do a lap around the studio this morning. The weather's not too bad either. We do have a few spotty showers, but generally many of us, I think, will stay on the dry side. That risk for rain is not very high. It's also not zero, so I don't want to say we're going to have a completely dry day. But folks, if you want to get out and enjoy, just have the umbrella on the seat, in the car, in the bag, or something like that. It's going to be spotty showers for today, but generally it's going to be on the cloudy and a bit on the dreary side for today. Temperatures not too far off from what you'd expect for this time of year, so not terribly cold. Winds aren't that strong for today, so we've got a lot going for us in the weather department, but those winds will eventually increase tonight ahead of an alert day for tomorrow. Satellite and radar showing those clouds overhead. We could see some thinning of the clouds, but generally I think they're going to hold on pretty steady through the day today. We've got a couple of showers and even some light freezing rain being detected by First Alert Radar in western Maryland. By the time it gets to farther to the east, closer to the bay, I think it's just going to be plain old liquid rain for those who see it. 31 in Sykesville, Owings Mills, as well as Perry Hall right now. 32 in Easton, 33 in Bowie, as well as Essex, 34 in Frederick. We're also sitting in the mid-30s in Annapolis. Right now, not too bad. Going through the day, again, generally quiet, low chance for a couple of showers for today. And it looks like the rain that we do see here in Maryland for today will be on the light side. Temperatures will get into the 40s this afternoon. Winds not too bad for the day today. I mentioned that, but they will be increasing for tonight along with temperatures. We're going to have a warm front that's going to scoot through. So temperatures are heading up for tonight and they are tumbling during the day tomorrow. So we'll see our warmest temperature of the day on Monday earlier in the morning. Temperatures fall, winds are going to head up. That's part of the reason why we have an alert day in place for Monday. We'll take a closer look at those details and just how strong the winds could be in the full forecast.
Rochelle, after this weekend's wintry mix, I know people are looking for no more trouble in the forecast.
And I know you in specific are looking for no more trouble in this forecast for the rest of the year. We've got a couple of things to watch before we wrap up 2025. Today, just a couple of showers. Otherwise, things are going to be pretty manageable for anything you've got going on. Satellite and radar showing a quiet start to the day across most of the state. We've just got that cloud cover overhead for today. Current conditions, we're sitting in the upper 20s to mid 30s across the board, again with those gray skies overhead. Getting into your neighborhood forecast, Falstaff 39 degrees for today. Same for Lockhern, Woodbury, Overly, also upper 30s in Lock Raven for today. Now looking ahead to tomorrow, we do have an alert day for Monday and Tuesday, dropping temperatures as well as strong winds. The dropping temperatures is going to be for Monday, but both days will have strong wind gusts that could approach and possibly surpass 40 miles an hour in the Baltimore area. A little bit stronger where high wind alerts are in place for our neighbors in Western Maryland. Janae, your Sunday morning. Welcome back to WJZ as we take a live look at from the Maryland Science Center at the Inner Harbor. Those clouds, they're locked in through the day today, and a few of them could produce a few showers as we're wrapping up the final weekend of 2025. So here's a quick check on what we're watching. Just a few showers today. Don't cancel your plans. We've got some strong winds to start off the week, and we'll actually have temperatures dropping starting in the morning tomorrow. So those dropping temperatures along with stronger winds is why we've issued an alert day. We're not looking at a strong system that's going to bring us a lot of rain or a lot of snow or anything like that, but it is going to get substantially colder as we go into the day tomorrow, especially during the afternoon and evening hours. Strong wind gusts could reach 40 miles an hour or higher in and around the Baltimore area, Eastern Shore neighborhoods as well. When we look toward Western Maryland, they've got high wind alerts in place. They could see wind gusts over 60 miles an hour. If you've got family or friends or plan to travel to Western Maryland over the next couple of days, just know that that potential for some very powerful wind gusts is in place. So let's look at those winds for tomorrow. They're going to start out of the south, and a cold front is eventually going to move through, and that'll change the wind direction to more northerly, and that'll pull in the colder air for Tuesday. You do see those numbers approaching and possibly reaching or surpassing 40 miles an hour. When I use this map, I generally add about 5 miles an hour to what we could see for some of those strongest wind gusts. And then the hourly planner for tomorrow, high temperatures a few hours earlier than you'd expect. And then eventually watch how quickly those temperatures tumble. Winds picking up again. We just saw that graphic with those strong winds by the afternoon, and those will hold on through the evening and then pick back up again during the day on Tuesday. Outside right now, we're hovering in the upper 20s to mid 30s, 34 in Gaithersburg, Frederick, and the Inner Harbor, 31 in Queenstown and Sudlersville. Out the door in Perry Hall, sitting right at freezing, 32 degrees there, as well as Easton, Preston, and for our neighbors in Chestertown. Pretty quiet out there across the mid-Atlantic. We've got a few showers in a couple of areas, maybe some wintry mix in Western Maryland right now. That's going to take a while to get to Baltimore and the Eastern Shore. Feels like temperatures getting to about 40 degrees this afternoon. Again, those winds are manageable for today, up to about 10 miles an hour. Your neighborhood forecast, we're flirting with 40 degrees this afternoon, so a couple of degrees below normal for this time of year. We'll take a look at that 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit.
Rochelle, thank you.
We're approaching the 8 o'clock hour. Here's a look at the next 7 days as we're wrapping up 2025 and heading into the new year. Today, we've got a few spotty showers, looking at just rain showers for those that do see it. Otherwise, cloud cover with temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s for much of the state, a little bit milder for the mountains. As we look toward tomorrow, you do see that 58 and that downward arrow indicating that a good portion of the day will actually feature falling temperatures. We'll also have increasing winds through the day tomorrow. Some of us could have wind gusts up and over 40 miles an hour as a cold front moves through. Our neighbors in Western Maryland, they could see wind gusts up and over 60 miles an hour. Still with the strong winds on Tuesday. That's why we have another alert day in place. Looking ahead to New Year's Eve, it's going to be breezy, not as strong of winds, but we'll still have them around with temperatures right around 40 to wrap up the year, Janae.
Rochelle.